You're going to hear a number of people, a company of people, herald the message of believe in yourself, right? And we're going to continue bringing the message of believe in yourself as the vital truth that every human being has to awaken to. Of course, it's going to be very difficult at first to accept this mantra, this slogan, this consciousness, because everything in your body, everything in your nervous system at a cellular level screams believing in God and dependence on God, codependence on God, because in our belief in God we completely lost our self-awareness, right? In fact, we disavowed ourselves so much so that we ran to God. We ran into the arms of God. This is the separated consciousness, what in the biblical text is also known as separation from God. We are separated in our consciousness, in our self-awareness, to where we have, like I said, disallowed the self, and shifted, pivoted entirely, completely to this belief in God. This is a fragmentation in the psyche, a separation in the psyche. Actually, when unity or wholeness consciousness takes place, when the separation is healed, when the breach is healed in the awareness, there need not be any more belief in God. Belief in God is can only be built from a separated consciousness. And like I said, when wholeness consciousness or unity consciousness is awakened, there's no more need to believe in anything, because you will experience yourself as God, an emanation of God, as God. God didn't create you. God manifested as you. Therefore, when we say believe in yourself, that is the true connection to God. You need to connect to yourself in order to experience wholeness or salvation or perfection, right? When Jesus said, "Be you perfect as your heavenly source is perfect," that means be complete, be whole, be of a singular mind, and experience a consciousness of experiencing yourself as the divine source, having taken on flesh. Does that sound familiar? The Jesus story was all about God having come in the flesh. Only it wasn't just about Jesus, it's about you and every other human being. This is night musings. So, as we continue to say, believe in yourself, like I said, it'll be difficult to jump onto that because you have programming, lifelong programming that made you dependent on God as an outside source, as a separate, a different being, a different entity. And that needs to be cleared out from your nervous system, from your cellular level, from your DNA. These beliefs have to be cleared out. And what fragmented you in the first place is trauma. The trauma that we experience in this life, in physicality. And everything that we were taught, trained in, indoctrinated into, excuse me, conditioned us into this split mind, into this split awareness. So we have to undo the split awareness in order to be able to experience ourselves as one, as whole. And then the consciousness of Source can be experienced. And then you can freely believe in yourself and trust yourself as the former devotion to God. You give this devotion to the self-awareness that you are Source, playing the character of you, playing the character of me, right? And I have a difficult time explaining that with words, but I live this self-awareness daily. And you are God, right? But you need to experience this awareness at a cellular level, with every fiber of your being. It's in knowing that you are Source in a human body. And therefore, once you clear the former conditioning and you hear this repeated again and again, to believe in yourself, you are Source manifested in flesh. You know, how long have you heard the repetitive conditioning of you are a sinner, right? So now you have to hear believe in yourself repetitively to establish a new pattern, right? So we will continue with the message of believe in yourself, trust yourself. You are the prized possession. You are the pearl of great price. You are who you are actually looking for. But your psyche has been fragmented and you have been sent running in the wrong direction, away from yourself toward God. But you are God, therefore you have to come back to yourself, right? Does that make sense?